Hello and welcome to Steve's Vintage Model Builds again. So, had a bit of a break and, just been busy with other things and this and that and the other thing. Before I get started on the model kit and stuff, it was Thanksgiving weekend here this past weekend, October 11th, 12th, and 13th. And we had a nice meal, did the usual Thanksgiving kind of thing, and had a tremendous, wonderful gift overnight Sunday night when we learned and saw that the Israeli hostages, the ones who are alive, 20 of them, were finally released. And I don't care what your politics are, but everyone should be happy about that. And if you're not, well, then you're a miserable sod. So there. Anyways, I'm not going to make any more comment than that. It's a remarkable achievement by President Trump, and not only securing the deal itself, but corralling all the necessary actors, shall we say. Some good, some bad, some horrible. Bringing them all together, probably banging some heads together. And so now there's an agreement. There's a framework for going forward, which the Hamatsis have already started to violate. And so we'll just see how things unfold. But it was a wonderful, joyous day. And it was a tremendous, tremendous psychic burden lifted from the Israeli people. And to be perfectly honest, from me. I can't remember, well, I can remember, but it's been a long time since I was that happy. So anyways, enough of that, moving along. And so we've got a few little things here, odds and ends, as we say. And what am I going to start with? Okay, I'll start with this guy. This is the farmer from, let me see if I can, sorry about that, had to make a few adjustments. Hopefully the lighting's a little better. So yeah, so I have this little fella here, and he's 135 scale farmer, and he goes with this. So he's got the milk cans and the bread basket or whatever basket. It also came with some wine bottles, which I painted up. And unfortunately, one went flying. I hope the carpet monster hasn't eaten it. But I thought it was kind of cool of Tamiya to put those in with the clear parts. There's also a pail. This is pail, and yeah, nice pail. And all of that was included with this. Away. It was included with this. And I did a review on it. I got this in March of 24, I think. And it's perfect for a diorama. British Infantry Tank Mark IV, Churchill Mark VII. And you can see here, there's the milk cart. There's also a lantern along with the wine bottles and the pail. And then you get these figures. There's 4 figures, 3 tankers, and the farmer, with the wine bottle. I also made, they kind of look like turds right now. But they're meant to be like French bread, baguette kind of things. But I'm not finished with those. And from another set from Tamiya, I also have a pair of these little rabbits, conies, dead to hang off the side, either for the farmer's supper or somebody else's supper. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the soldiers would be happy to pay for some fresh meat. And so, okay, so moving along then. So yeah, I'm very pleased with this. I think he turned out great. I used what did I use? It was mostly Vallejo colors, although the sleeves were Tamiya gray. And the facial features on him, unfortunately, my camera doesn't have the resolution, but they are excellent. He has an expression on his face, and yeah, so very nice. So yeah, and then I covered it all with some panel liner, and then I accented it with some of this. And these come in different sets for different things. The one that I got has snow, soot, and rust. It's like a little makeup compact. And so I highlighted, his boots were chocolate brown, and so I added a little bit of the rusty soot, because I don't know about you, but I never met a farmer who has clean boots. And so yeah, so that's kind of cool. I can't remember how much this cost, but it's kind of waxy, and it's very easy to apply. As you can see, there's an applicator here with a brush, as well as a whatever you call this thing, and for different applications. So happy with that, and I'll be able to use that quite a bit. And I may be ordering another set. And oh, before we get any further into the models, so yeah, I'm very pleased with that, very happy with that. And I also got these. Yeah, some jewelers magnifiers, and they clip on like this. And each one is a 5 times for very, very, very close-up work. They don't fit very well on these glasses, but I was at the optometrist on Saturday and had my eyes checked, and the optometrist said my eyes are great, but I did need a slight adjustment to my prescription, which is why I went, because I noticed that these weren't quite good enough, especially after the cat scratched them, dragging them across the floor. I don't know if you can see the scratch. Anyways, there's a scratch right down there, or a scuff, I should say, more of a scuff. But yeah, I noticed. I have the progressive lenses. I don't have separate readers. Yeah, I found for the really up close stuff, I was having to use the light magnifier. And my dad used to do watch repair as a hobby, and he had a set. Don't know what happened to them. I didn't get to retrieve them after he passed, but that's another story. And so yeah, they seem to be fine. They cost about $15, and each lens is 5 times, so 2 lenses is 10 times. And but they're really for the really close-up work. And so I've got new classes coming in the next week or so. 2 pairs, 1 pair for every day, 1 pair for model kitten, and I expect that it'll be a great addition. Okay, so I'm still working on the Akagi. It's really slow, although it'll be quicker with the magnifiers that I've got now. And part of the reason it's slow is I'm still quite a bit intimidated by it, although I think when it's finally done, I'm going to be pleased with it. But at the time that I got it, I guess probably 2 years ago now, it was way too much for my skill level. Now the skill level's okay, but I'm still feeling a little intimidated by it. But it is coming along. I've also got the 148 F-104 Starfighter. Fuselage, cockpit is done. And so, I don't know, some people, they go gonzo on one thing at a time. And others are like me, who may have 3 or 4 things going on at a time. And for me, the reason for that is, sometimes I don't want to get into anything super huge, or, I'll go and, 10 minutes on something, or 15 or half an hour, or whatever the case may be. But I'm never in a rush to complete. And it just depends on my mood and the level of my attention deficit. So, anyways, I've had this one for quite some time, and it's one of the it's a Revell diorama kit. Actually, it's a originally a Matchbox kit. I don't know. It's old as days. I expect this from sometime in the 70s. It's kind of funny though, because there isn't a guy like this, and if you can see here, there's like an officer here, and then there's a German soldier, and then there's like a British or American prisoner with his hands up. Mine doesn't have that. Mine has the officer, like so. The guy with the binoculars has a Stahlhelm, the familiar German World War II helmet. But it'd be weird to have the officer on the ground with his pistol drawn while the guy with the Stahlhelm is up in here. As you can see, this is partially built. Nice little kit. Word to the wise and warning, be very careful with this. These bend very easily. I don't know if you can see. They bend very easily. And you have to be really careful taking them off the sprue tree. Anyways, and it's a diorama. You get like a little street, a lamp, and there's like a shell hole and cobblestones and stuff. So I previewed this before. So I got that started, and see here, you can see here on this one got bent, and so I'll have to fix that. Hopefully it's not a big deal. And but yeah, this is pretty cool. This is just primed up, but yeah, the gun, blah 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 blah, and I like these little kits. You know, they're easy to bang together and a lot of fun. And then of course with the diorama, you know, that's additional. And I can't remember how much that one costs. They're all around 20 to 25 bucks. I wouldn't want to pay much more than $25 for them, but in any case. So yeah, so there's that. Next up, I got these two. Thanks, Amazon. Anyways, so we're on the subject of Revell, so I'll just go through this. And this is the Humber Mark II. This was originally tooled by Matchbox in 1973. Oh, and the Churchill was originally tooled in 1977, and then the figures and the cart accessories and so forth, they were added later on. But it's a tooling from 1977. And I'll put up an end screen for the original review. It's a nice kit. When I ordered it, it was about $56 Canadian. But I didn't pay anything for it because I used rewards points. And I just looked it up today, and it's available now on Amazon with free Prime shipping at about $48. So that's a good bargain as far as I'm concerned. You know, you get the figures and the accessories along with the tank. Now, excuse me, as we all know about the Tamiya toolings from the 70s, you know, they ain't no they ain't no rye fields. But they're fun kits, and they go together quite easily, and they paint up well and very suitable for dioramas. So anyways, there we go. And, okay, so here we go with the Humber. And this is nice. This is the old style before the thought police got hold of everything. And, you know, you've got explosions and fires in the background. And this one is kit number 03289. They have it as a level 4 because it contains 65 parts, which for a little 176 kit, it's pretty good. And here shows you what the diorama is like. You get a little, again, you get the street or the road, whatever, and then there's a little bit of wall, and then there's a big shell hole, and there's a figure as well. So yeah, that's very nice, as Inspector Clouseau used to say. And so here we go. No Hotchkiss fasteners here. Just regular cellophane tape, or whatever they make it from now. So we'll take this out. And as you can see, nothing too fancy. Yes, there is a figure. Well, half a figure. Okay, so yeah, I mean, this is going to go together in an afternoon, and paint it, leave it to dry overnight, or prime it, leave it to dry overnight, and then paint it the next day. And so yeah, it's not super complicated. So you can see here, and then here we've got the tires, the lower part of the chassis, the axles, and here's the figure, just as it's shown here. You'll see that better. And then, of course, this is one piece. Oh, there is there a brick wall? I thought there was a little brick wall that went on here. Oh, yeah, here it is. Yeah, there it is. So again, just like the vintage classics, that's an opportunity for some creativity and fun. And viewers of the channel know I ain't far from a very sophisticated modeler. I'm in it for fun, to learn, to keep up my cognitive and fine motor skills, as well as it being a creative outlet. So here we are with the completed diorama. Looks pretty nice. And the other reason I like these, of course, is they're small. I mean, too small is too small. But these aren't, they don't take up a lot of space on the shelf. And y'all might be sick of it. But I'm going to haul this out again. This was the Airfix Vintage Classic 88mm gun and tractor. These palm trees I got from, I don't know, I ordered them for something. There's all different sizes. Oh, when I had the train set. And they're plastic, but you know, they had a nice accent. The rock is from the garden. The tent and fireplace is from Italeri. It was an accessory set, and you got two of these, as well as one of these, which sits on a different diorama. And the figures came with the set. There's one guy here guarding the gun, the other two guys doing whatever they're doing by the fire. And then these were little 1/48 scale fuel barrels from something. And so, anyways, yeah. So yeah, you can do a lot with that. Just a little kit like that. This one wasn't a diorama. Stop that. So let's take a look at the instructions here. I don't expect a lot of decals, but here we go. Yeah, we got some unit markings and a couple of other miscellaneous things. I don't know if you can see that properly. Yeah. And Revell doing well with their new style instructions. Nice, nice pictorial. Give you the little tips on how to do things. It's getting warm in here. And then they've got all the different symbols, what they mean. Yada. Paint colors, multiple languages. We got a sprue map, and then the assembly instructions. So pretty straightforward. You assemble the body, put it on the fenders. And a couple little accessories here: chain, pry bar, shovel. And then we've got the top part here. That goes on the bottom part. The axles, drive shaft, 2 parts, I guess. And yeah, they go in like that. Then we've got our little figure, and then we've got the armaments. Assembling the turret, and of course here they say you can have this either way. You can have it with the hatch shut or with the figure. you've heard me say before, I mean, I like doing the figures. If I don't want to get too super involved in anything, but I still want to do something a little bit creative, fiddly things with the fingers. They're nice. You can just, and of course these little guys, I mean, they don't take much at all. That actually looks bluer than it is. It's German gray. And then we've got the diorama base. There's like half a tire that goes in the shell hole there, and then the wheels and the final assembly, positioning it on the diorama base. That's not rocket science. It's pretty much only one place it can go. And then they've got 8th Army Unknown Armored Car Regiment. I don't know why they couldn't pick one, but anyways. North Africa, Libya, 1942-43. And the Humber was an excellent little scout car. Well, I guess, little, whatever. And here we've got, again, 8th Army, 42-43. And then we've got 8th Army, Italy, captured version, obviously. It says Casino Battleground Area, February 1944. And then we've got British 8th Army, Casino, February 1944. So there you go. I'm not going to go into the history of the Humber. Most Brits who do models like this will know all about it, but I had a few things going today, so I just decided just to show it because it's just a little kit. And then last here we have the Airfix Scammell Tank Transporter 176 Vintage Classics. This was tooled in 1962. And it shows. It's unfortunate about the box, but for this kind of thing, I don't really care. Some people might, but not me. And again, we've got the old style here with the flames, actual, not sanitized. And sorry about that. And I watched a quick review and build on scale stuff. He does a lot of little models like this, and so stop by and check out his channel, and also check out Peter Oxley's new channel. Well, check out Peter Oxley's. He's got 2 channels now. He's got Peter Oxley Modeling Lab, and he's also started a new channel, Peter Goes Rogue. And on Peter Goes Rogue, he decided to separate non-model stuff. There's a variety of different things on there, all of them interesting. And today he dropped a video. He's in the UK, and his wonderful wife, Mrs. O, gave him a birthday gift in September, or well, before September. Gave him the birthday gift of a flight in a World War II Spitfire. Yeah, in a 2-seater Spitfire, like a trainer or whatever it was. Anyways, and he was supposed to go a couple weeks ago, but the weather was no good, and it was supposed to have been the last one of the season. But I guess I guess I guess the weather's been fine, so they decided to keep going. And so he finally got his ride. And today he dropped a video where he was at the museum and fortuitously ran into one of the highly knowledgeable volunteers there, who was good enough to give him a full tour of the cockpit, and that was very interesting. So any Spitfire or World War II aircraft enthusiasts would enjoy that. And then coming soon, I'm not sure when, is the actual flight itself. So that'll be very fun. Um, Peter's a friend of mine, and I could tell he was absolutely thrilled, just thrilled. And yeah. So anyways, so go check it out. Okay, so not much to this kit. I don't know, something broke off, but it's still intact. Looks like a jack maybe. And we've got a whole bunch of tires. We've got an axle at each side. There's the trailer. Tongue, a ramp. And there you go. Here's the truck body. So not a lot to it. And you can say a lot about Airfix. I don't have a lot of experience with Airfix. Even as a kid, I didn't build a lot of Airfix. I was mostly, just as now, I was a Tamiya kid. And Matchbox, of course. But I don't remember building that many of the Airfix kits. So I don't know why, but that's just the way it is. Most of them came to me as a gift, so I guess, whatever. And but at least they're honest about it. And they label these really old toolings as vintage classics, which they are. Whoever came up with that was smart. Because yes, that's what they are. They're vintage classics. And again, they're nothing spectacular, but they're fun little builds. And if your skill is limited or your abilities for whatever reason are limited, there's a lot you can do with these little kits. As I keep saying, again and again and again. Okay, so it's kit number 02301. And Scammell transporter. Hundreds of those powerful diesel engine tank transporters were supplied to the services during the Second World War, achieved the distinction of being amongst the most reliable of all military vehicles, many remaining in service long after the end of the war. With a top speed of 16 miles per hour, these transporter units served on the North African, Italian, and European fronts, and were incidentally about as fast as the German Tiger tanks. The tractor was a six-wheeled unit with a dead front axle and two rear axles driven. It was equipped with a 6-speed gearbox and power takeoff for operating the winch equipment. Okay. This was of the vertical spindle worm drive type, giving a rope speed of 108 feet per minute, a maximum engine speed of 1750 RPM. The semi-trailer was mounted on 8 heavy-duty tires, and although rated at 30 tons capacity, the outfit was often used for hauling loads of 70 to 80 tons. The 30-ton tank transporter was powered by a 112 British horsepower diesel engine. Tractor wheelbase was 15 feet, and the overall length of the unit with ramps folded was 49 feet 8 inches. And again, we have some decals. We've got stars, the name Snow White, and then some. Yeah, so the stars, and that would have been late. Yeah, Normandy, France. Yeah. I think it was in the spring of 1944. In preparation for the D-Day landings, almost all Allied vehicles were marked with the star, I guess for consistency's sake, because there were so many nations involved. So, anyways, yeah. So here we go. So we've got our driver. You assemble the cab. You know, these are the old instructions too, obviously. A little bit busy, but it's not complex. So there you go. And then the chassis goes under there, and the drivetrain, the wheels, fuel tanks. And then we have the trailer assembly, and a very sophisticated paint scheme. So we have two. Yes, we have two. Which it doesn't seem that there are any British marking decals. That may well have been the case back then. Okay, so that's it for that. Oops. Winter's coming here. It's been very cool. I expect we'll probably get some frost this week. And where are we at? We're about 37 minutes, so I'm going to take a couple minutes here. Go back to the Humber, but I don't think they do have a write-up. Is it on the box? May well be on the box. And I wouldn't exactly call this a detailed model kit for advanced model builders. Not suitable for children under the age of 12. I expect probably an 8-year-old with a bit of practice could do it with supervision, and certainly a 10-year-old. This one in particular was made in Poland. Revell, Revell. The stuff that comes out of Poland is really good. The old Revell of Germany stuff is junk. So all it says here is model kit of the light Humber Mark II, a British armored reconnaissance vehicle with an operational range of approximately 400 kilometers and a maximum speed of 72 kilometers per hour. It was particularly effective in the open desert. Rotatable turret, plate for diorama. There you go. Excuse me. You want to see the Akagi? Do you really want to see the Akagi? Now, this is a beautiful kit, honestly. It's Hasegawa 1700, part of the Waterline series. There were, I think, 3 manufacturers, Aoshima, Tamiya, and Hasegawa, that they kind of pooled their resources for the Waterline series. And the Waterline series, they're flat bottom, which is great for sitting on the shelf or if you're going to make a diorama. So to each their own. So anyways, yeah, so I'm not going to go too far into it all, but here's where we're at so far. And so, I mean, you've got these teeny little guns. Teeny little boats. Oops. Teeny little boats, and I mean, some of these boats are in like 3 pieces. You need 3 pieces for a 1/700 boat. But anyway, that's the way they did it. That's the way they do it. And as we know, the Japanese way is usually a very good way. There we go. Okay, so that's it for today. And thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. I know I'm not the most sophisticated creator, but I enjoy doing it, and I hope people enjoy spending a bit of time with me on the channel. Okay then, so next up is going to be, I'll give you a little teaser preview here. We have time for a story. There we go. One at a time then. Okay. So I got this 148.0. It's a M2. That was the earliest version. And that was, they were the ones involved with the attack on Pearl Harbor. And at the time, they were dominant. They were awesome aircraft. But once the U.S. got up and running with their design and manufacturing, they were quickly outclassed by things like the Hellcat and the Corsair and others as well. So anyway, so I ordered this and I got this, and I've reviewed this one, and I'll put up an end screen for that as well. And then I ordered the Tamiya 148 Dyna kit with the Kurogane utility vehicle, well, Japanese Jeep. Anyways, there was a problem. The vendor had listed it on Amazon, and so I ordered it. But when I got it, this is what I got. The A5MC, which was bigger, heavier, faster, stronger, included rockets, extended fuel tank, etc., etc., etc. And so anyways, so I got back in touch with them, and the vendor came back and they said, oops, one of our staff made a mistake. We don't have this kit. We don't plan to have this kit. And I guess somebody input the wrong code. So anyways, so they said, we're sorry. They gave me a full refund and told me to keep the kit. How can you be upset about that? As you can see, this one's shrink wrapped, and I haven't opened it to review it. But what I'm going to do, since I've got them, is next time I'm going to do kind of a side-by-side comparison of the two, so that you know, we can see the differences. This was 73, and then this one came out in 74, I think. So you know, they're contemporaries. It's not like way ahead. They're separated a lot. And I'll just give a quick go here. As you can see, you know, it's not a sophisticated kit. Although you do get a seated and a standing pilot. So as people who watch the channel know, figures for me, if a kit includes figures, and I know this is a complaint about a lot of other manufacturers, is if the kit includes figures, I'm pretty much there. To buy figures individually or even in a small set, you're probably going to pay at least $5 or $6 per figure, and but most I've seen, and this is $135. I've seen, they're usually more like $11 or even up to $15, and then of course you can get really, really higher quality, whatever different ones. But I found for the most part that the Tamiya figures are top notch. So that's coming up next. And so, yeah, so like for example, the Churchill. Okay, even if I had paid $56 for it, you've got the 4 figures plus the accessories. So I'm figuring, that's probably going to be, that's worth $25 or $30 right there. And then, that leaves $20, $25, and the 56 included tax. So, yeah. Hard to go wrong with that. I can't remember what rating I gave the Churchill tank, but I would expect it's probably somewhere in the 9, 10, maybe even as high as 10.5. So, anyways, well, thanks again for joining me, and hope you've enjoyed the time we spent here, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye now.